London taxi driver Howard Taylor says cash now accounts for just 1/10 of the money he takes each day. Like countless cabbies across Britain, Howard now relies on card payments, with the company that facilitates such payments taking 2% of everything he makes. But Howard is concerned that as cash disappears, the card payment firms will become even more dominant and could increase how much they charge.
What happens in the future is anybody's guess. So they've got the game to themselves and there is no cash. Charge what they like. No one's got any options.
And that worries you?
Yes. So, yeah. I don't like anybody to be in control, have too much control over everybody else. And especially when you talk about something as basic as one's finances.
Howard's views shared by countless other self-employed and small business owners who've contacted GB News. The Federation of Small Businesses also worries that card payment companies could charge firms more as competition from cash disappears, with higher charges being passed on in the form of higher consumer prices.
So if we ended up with a cashless high street, then that is a big competitor to the card companies in terms of a payment method gone. Without that competitor, naturally that gives them more of a monopoly position. And so it's not that much of a stretch of the imagination that they could then put up their fees, because for a retailer, they may have no other way of taking payment.
Since the COVID pandemic, more and more shops, cafes and pubs only accept card payments. Yet 5 million of us in the UK still rely on cash every day, which accounts for 6 billion transactions a year. That's why GB News has launched our Don't Kill Cash campaign. I call on the government, says our petition, to introduce legislation to protect the status of cash as legal tender and as a widely accepted means of payment in the UK until at least 2050. Over the last month, our campaign's attracted well over 250,000 signatures, and we're pushing for this issue to be debated in Parliament. Please help us reach 500,000 by going to gbnews.com/cash and supporting our campaign. And when it comes to card companies potentially charging traders and taxi drivers more, financial consultants say that's actually already happening.
When you make, as a seller, a card payment, make a sale on a card, you're supposed to get 99.8% of the value if it's a debit card and 99.7% if it's a credit card. But the industry, with the agreement of the regulators who are supposed to police this, allow that the deductions on card payments can go up to 7%. So it already is costing. That's a real danger.
The card payment companies deny any abuse of market power, but cabbies like Howard remain concerned that as we go cashless, payment charges will rise. Liam Halligan, GB News.